Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the backstory. If you're new here, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you can be notified whenever we post a new video. Now to the latest updates from Kasipul Kabondo, we are being told that the by-election is going on smoothly, but we now have a video of how the Homa Bay Town Member of Parliament Opondo KALUMA was attacked by a group of youths. In this video, you're able to see that Opondo KALUMA and the aspirant, that is Aroko, who is an independent aspirant, were walking side by side. Then all of a sudden, the youths that were with Aroko started hurling insults at him. And then thereafter, they started beating him up.
Is working with are from Nairobi, and they're very dangerous people. And I'd alerted the CS to this. The CS spoke about it. We've even given their names. These are robbers and very dangerous people from Kibra, Mathare, Ruaraka, Kayole. There are some from Kisumu. There are some from Migori. So what has shocked me is that I've been attacked as police are watching. In fact, I was standing with the police officers. So I wanted to request that if there are instructions that the police connive and be complicit in chaos for whatever reason, we want to request the IG and the minister that the police need to be much more firm. I've not reacted, okay, because the intention of these people is to suppress voter turnout. So we want to encourage them, the people not to come. If there is any blood that will be spilled today, it is only my blood, and if it can bring peace to Kasipul, let it be. We are going.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, from that video, you are able to see that there were police officers around that area. But it's so sad that they could not intervene and save. This is a member of parliament that is being attacked here. And the police officers are not coming to his aid. So what does that tell you? As a common man, then, if you are attacked in such a situation, what happens? Who will come to your aid if a member of parliament cannot be saved in such a situation? And for these people to have organized themselves this way and attack a member of parliament or to cause chaos, where is the intel? Because I know at some point these people had the intel about what was going to happen, but they should have deterred all this in advance. There's another video that I'm going to show you here where a group of youths are just walking with several batons holding here and there, and they're passing past police officers. This is way after KALUMA had been attacked and nothing happens. So you're like, really, why are the police officers there if they cannot deter any attack on members of the public or even members of parliament?
Faiza ni sawa, polisi ndio wako pale, mazee wana control vijana. Na kama wako wapi? Huko umebadilika tu mara moja. Sawa Faiza, wewe si back. Ngoja Faiza. Kitu ngoja kidogo. Naenda channels.
But just as I had said in the previous videos, the level of intolerance in these by-elections that happened today was quite high. And the kind of attacks that we've seen, not only in Kasipul, Kabondo, and other parts of the country is quite worrying. And just as I've said, is something that needs to be condemned. And we also need to come up with a way in which we can tackle this going forward. Because if it's not addressed now, then 2027 will be a little bit tricky for the security apparatus to handle. The other issue that I think aspirants and their agents also need to understand is that when you unleash violence on your people, it can go either way. Either you or your opponent will lose, because you, at that time, you don't know who is going to vote for you. Because you can unleash violence in areas that you thought your opponent was going to lose, but maybe they are going to vote for you. And at the end of it, there is a section of the society that abhors violence. And whenever they see such kind of scenes, they just decide not to go and vote. And at that time, some of your voters will feel disenfranchised. And then we also need to get to a point as a country whereby we don't have to make voting a do or die process. We should let the people decide. After you have campaigned for all those months, I think on the voting day, all these aspirants and political party leaders need to take a backseat and let the people decide on who is going to represent them, because you've sold your ideas. You don't need to influence voting by unleashing violence on the electorates at the end of it. So this is what has been happening, and this is what has happened in different parts of the country, not only in Kasipul, Kabondo, but in different parts of the country. In that, and at the end of it, we end up having representatives who will not take care of the interest of the people, but will take care of their own interest because of the kind of energy, the kind of resources that they have used now to get to that position. And this is what now encourages violence, because when it's been used in one area and it has succeeded, other upcoming parliamentarians or other upcoming candidates might also resort to using violence so as to achieve the means, so as to achieve the end, which is being a member of parliament, member of county assembly, or even a governor. But this should not be the case. Let us resort to where we were some years back, where elections were treated as elections. You campaign, go home, and let people decide. Because at the end of the day, however much violence you use, if it's not yours, it's not yours. So at the end of the day, our leaders should not take us to a situation whereby we might not have elections in 2027, or even after that election, Kenyans are so divided to a point that we don't see eye to eye. So ladies and gentlemen, we are going to keep monitoring what's going on, and we'll give you updates as we get them from this channel. But if you're new here and you like our content, kindly hit that subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you can be notified whenever we post a new video. Until next time, bye bye.